Then Adonai-Bezek said, 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off have picked up scraps under my table. Now God has paid me back for what I did to them. They brought him to Jerusalem and he died there. So notice what Adonai-Bezek said. He had severed thumbs and toes from other people, and they were picking up scraps under his table. So he had been returned the favor by the Lord. Interesting. That can happen sometimes. The Lord, this is again during the Old Testament, during the law, and this is the Lord's justified. We can't. You take your own thoughts and morals, and we're our own thoughts of righteousness and such. Throw that out the window, because we're not holy. We don't know, and that's why we seek the Lord's wisdom, and the Lord has the right to reveal that to us. Let's continue to read. The men of Judah attacked Jerusalem also and took it. They put the city to the sword and set it on fire. After that, the men of Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites living in the hill country, the Negev and the western foothills. They advanced against the Canaanites living in Hebron, formerly called Kiriath Arba, and defeated Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai. And from there, they advanced against the people living in Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sephar, or Kiriath-Separ. And Caleb said, I will give my daughter Asa, or Asa, in marriage to the man who attacks and captures Kiriath-Separ. Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, took it. So Caleb gave his daughter Asa to him in marriage. So what we see here is the Lord fulfilling what he said. He would provide Israel with the land, and he would help them rout, or if not rout them himself, he would help them rout the Canaanites who were living there. And so what we're seeing is just the unbounding love that the Lord has. The Lord has in for Israel, for his chosen, the people he chose, which was Israel at this time, to show what it was to completely be humble and follow through with what the Lord had said. And also, it just shows us the love that the Lord has, and the blessings that he was raining down. So just over this, and how Caleb offered his daughter as a reward, to whomever was able to take that town, that area. And so this is one of those parts in the Bible where people are like, how do I say this? They see this time or this as like a negative thing. Like, oh, look, he's given his daughter as it just shows you it's chauvinistic. And I'm just like, okay. So you're utilizing today's standards for something that happened 2,000 plus years ago, and cultural. Also, we weren't firsthand there, so we don't know if that was something that the daughter was pleased with. We are just giving information, overall information as to items that happened that somebody wrote on a scroll eventually, because a lot of these things were word of mouth for a long, long time, and then they were eventually written, or some of them were written and put on scrolls, and then put together. So and what we have now with the Bible. So there's just a lot here. Whenever there's a doubt or whenever there's a question, I always say, go to God with it, pray about it, because the Lord will provide an answer for you, and he'll bring you to peace. And when it comes to this portion, I'm not sure, but I believe she would have been okay with it. I think she would have been okay with it. I don't think it would have been because of how the customs and things were during that time. I think she would have been okay with it. It may have not been something appropriate, but it was just it was just a portion that it was saying about during that time. And we're going to see what happens because there's a reason why things are said in the Bible, things are brought to our attention. And also, think about it when it comes to men, would it make them fight harder, want this harder? Is it a humanistic thing too? Is it something that he's like giving, he wants to provide an award instead of fully relying on the Lord? You can look at that too. So is it completely something that is sanctified? These are questions and thoughts that you can think about and do studies, and additional studies. There's all kinds of commentaries and all kinds of stuff out there for you. However, again, when it's coming from man, it's okay to learn. It's okay to learn things, and what I mean learn is learn. Learn things that you don't know. Practice about practices or things or different types of religions and stuff. The best thing to do when you start having those questions and those things that come to your mind is go straight back to the Lord with it. Pray about it, and He will give you the answer. He will give you peace. With what we just went over, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?